I'm just curious about like like size relationships between things, and like if the level designer created some space that's like maybe doesn't necessarily correlate to the, the metrics that you have. If you've created like a modular kit, what's the back and forth like, I guess, with art and
Mhm.
level design? And
So I've been in the position of just doing art, and I've been in the position of like being able to do the whole process from the beginning, including the level design of whatever we were working on. Um, there was a bunch of levels of Wolfenstein that we did all the level design ourselves. So in a way, it was very easy for us to approach the whole process in a very holistic way, where you think from the top to the bottom.
mm-hmm.
Um, but I think it's very very important to have in mind that level design can be approached into different ways. There's an old very traditional way that is very abstract, where like people just block out stuff with like basic geometry,
Mm-hmm.
and that's about it. I think there's another way of doing that, which is like modeling the level design itself. Like you can see here,
Mm-hmm.
what I was talking about before, like the block out and level design.
Yeah.
We're just like, yeah, just make sure that like you have the very basics, and then like make
Mm-hmm.
sure like the metrics work, and test and iterate.
Yeah.
And I show some examples here of the Ausmercer, which is like the
Yeah.
one of the levels for Wolfenstein, and this is actually the first task that I got to do in the game.
That's cool.
Um, so this is exactly how I block it out. It's super simple. I was just trying to define the path,
Mm-hmm.
and then a combat scripter was like adding like the enemies, and we were talking about like how we can make sure the flow for the combat is correct, like where the enemies are going to appear, like
Mm-hmm.
different type of enemies. And here's like comparison between like what is in the final game
Mm-hmm.
and what was like you can see it's very
Yeah,
basic. It's extremely basic.
for
But
sure.
I think like it makes a lot of sense to work in this way, and this is all modular.